Hey everybody, I just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me. I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok.
According to reports, Kanye West is concerned about his sons, Saint and Psalm, because he feels that his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, is focused on promoting their daughters, North and Chicago, while neglecting their boys. Recently, a video clip went viral in which Kim appeared to be dismissive of Saint, and even tried to get him to leave with her bodyguard in a separate car. Fans have criticized Kim for seeming to ignore her sons while showcasing her daughters in Hollywood and on social media. Kanye has spoken out against Kim's treatment of their sons, declaring that no one should dare to play with him or his children. He refuses to allow anyone, including security personnel, to come between him and his children. Kanye is adamant that he will not allow anyone to manipulate the situation and control the narrative about his family. Since Kim and Kanye's separation, Kim has been putting in a lot of effort to expose her daughters, North and Chicago, to the world of fame. She seems to be following in the footsteps of her own mother, Kris Jenner, who created a similar narrative for her own daughters. Kim is determined to turn her oldest daughter, North, into the next big Kardashian star. In recent months, Kim has been pushing North particularly hard. She has been taking her to various Hollywood events, dressing her in grown-up clothing, and even allowing paparazzi to follow her around, including at school. While some might argue that it's not Kim's fault that the paparazzi are always waiting outside North's school, it's worth noting that many other A-list celebrities, such as Beyoncé and Jay-Z, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, and Eva Mendes and Ryan Gosling, managed to keep their children out of the public eye. Even Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's children were never exposed to the public eye as much as Kim's daughter Northwest is. At one point, Jolie and Pitt's kids were considered the most famous celebrity children in the world. This indicates that if Kim really wanted to protect North's privacy, she could easily do so with all the resources at her disposal. However, it's becoming increasingly clear that Kim is actually the one exposing North as much as possible and preparing her for a life of fame, solely for the sake of fame. The Kardashian family is often described as famous for being famous, as they don't have any particular talent in acting, singing, or dancing. Nevertheless, they continue to entertain people. What's particularly strange is that Kim seems to act as if she only has daughters while neglecting her sons, Saint and Psalm. This is not a coincidence, as all of the Kardashian women barely post about their sons while overexposing their daughters and treating them like accessories at every event. It all began with momager Kris Jenner, as fans of Keeping Up with the Kardashians in the early days know. Kris focused all of her efforts on building careers for her 5 daughters and completely ignored her son. Kim has even claimed in the past that Kris doesn't know how to raise sons. While she's doing the best she can, Kim feels bad for her. Like all of us, Kris is really meant to her when it's not her fault. Kim always has her back because she doesn't think it's Kris's fault. She just doesn't know how to raise a son in a way that can be monetized. It's clear that what Kim really wanted to say is that it's not that Kris doesn't know how to raise boys, but rather that she doesn't know how to monetize them. Do you see the car? The Jenner women have built their empire by sexualizing themselves, and their entire brand is designed to cater to the male gaze. Everything they do has to be sexy, and this is exemplified by Kylie Jenner's ad for her Kylie baby brand. In the ad, Kylie is trying to sell products for babies, but she's looking alluring and flirting with the camera. Even when they're taking photos with their daughters, the Kardashian women strike seductive poses. The only Kardashian mom who doesn't engage in this type of behavior is Kourtney. However, Kim, Khloe, and Kylie are known for overexposing their daughters on social media. This behavior isn't surprising given that their own mom, Kris, encouraged them to sexualize themselves from a young age. If social media had existed back then, Kris Jenner's Instagram would probably have looked just like those of Kim, Khloe, and Kylie today. But since Instagram didn't exist, Kris had to find other ways to monetize her daughter's looks. One of the things she did was encourage both Kim and Kylie to pose for Playboy. Even after Kim said she was uncomfortable revealing too much, Kris convinced her to do a second shoot and show more skin. Additionally, there was the whole scandal involving the private tape between Kim and Ray J, which was reportedly masterminded by Kris from start to finish. In fact, Ray J claimed that Kris made them shoot a third tape as a backup, and then watched all of them and picked the one that made Kim look her best. As per Kanye, "They have been attempting to manipulate me with that Santa Barbara sex scandal. Her mother made us go film it for protection. She watched it and said, 'Hey, we're going to go with the first one because the first one is better.' He further added, 'It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do.' But she watched it. Now let that sink in. A mother instructing her daughter to make a private tape, sitting down to watch it, and then profiting from it. Is it any surprise that Kim is now seemingly repeating the same patterns with her daughters? And just like Kris neglected Rob's career and treated him like an afterthought, it's clear that Kim, Khloe, and Kylie don't invest nearly as much time in their sons and their interests as they do in their daughters. Kylie began posting pictures of Stormi just a few weeks after her birth, using her daughter to promote her beauty brand. However, when she gave birth to her son, she waited an entire year before revealing his face and name. Kylie claimed that she wanted to protect her son's privacy and be more low-key this time. However, this statement is contradicted by the fact that she continues to share pictures of Stormi and bring her to red carpet events. Khloe also followed a similar pattern, allowing cameras into her hospital room after giving birth to her daughter True, and frequently posting pictures of her on social media. Fans have also observed that Khloe often edits True's Instagram photos, using filters to lighten her skin tone and alter her natural facial features. In contrast, Khloe has not yet shared any photos of her one-year-old son or disclosed his name. As another example of the Kardashian family's tendency to exploit and prioritize girls over boys, Rob Kardashian's official Instagram account is managed by Jenner Communications and is dominated by pictures of his daughter Dream. Despite Rob's desire for privacy, Kris Jenner has no qualms about sharing photos of his 6-year-old daughter with the public. These patterns have caused concern for Kanye West, who reportedly fears that his son will be similarly neglected while Kim continues to focus on promoting North and Chicago. Kanye had warned Kim about not allowing North to use TikTok, and he had expressed concern that Kim might make North pose for Playboy, just like how Kris made Kim do in June 2020. Just before Kim filed for divorce, Kanye publicly called out Kim and Kris over the Playboy shoot. In a now-deleted tweet, he wrote, "I put my life on my God that Nori's mom would never photograph her doing Playboy, and that's on God." He followed up with another tweet, "I put my life on the line for my children that Nori's mom would never sell her." Some fans believe that Kanye knew what he was getting into when he pursued Kim, but others sympathize with him and commend him for breaking free from Kardashian's control and protecting his children. Many fans believe that Kanye would be a better living partner than Kim for the children, particularly in North and Chicago. This is because Kim is determined to mold her daughters into copies of herself, leaving her sons to fend for themselves. This unequal treatment is likely to have negative psychological effects on the boys in the future. Fans have pointed out that the Kardashian family has a history of ignoring and disposing of its male members, as seen in their treatment of Rob. The family dynamics are concerning, and fans feel sorry for the boys who may grow up feeling like they do not belong to the Kardashian bloodline. So that's all from today's video. And if you ever need to satisfy your gossip cravings or simply want to know what to anticipate from your favorite stars and movie series, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.